All right, let's get rolling. We're gonna start in child's pose today. So you can just go ahead, come on over to your mat or your space and come on down to child's pose. And even if you have your weights with you, you can bring them up at the top of your mat. Yeah. And from child's pose, just go ahead and take a few breaths here, right? Monday morning, an opportunity for you to be right here and just get acquainted with yourself. Okay, those of you that are just tuning in, you can come on down to child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch. Beautiful. So nice to see you guys here this morning. Your names, your faces, your spaces. I love it. So this morning is also an opportunity for you to really tap into your own intuition. Okay, usually with a lot of these workouts, those of you that are perhaps new here, I just give you something to sort of chew on while we move and while we breathe. And with Fuzion today, it's this combination of yoga and light weights. And we just have this like really, really cool combination of mindfulness and work. Okay, and today, just that opportunity to scratch the surface a little deeper on your intuition and what that means to you. So some of you, it might be a gut instinct. For some of you, it might be, just like a little different wording, but that intuition just kind of pulling you into what you know to be true in your life and what feels best. And generally you kind of know, right? You might get those little flutters in your belly or maybe an elevated heart rate. You know what's right and what's wrong. So go ahead and just take a really big breath in here. And an open mouth sigh. And one more time, just like that, big breath in. And a long breath out. And come on up to tabletop position, hands and knees. And then spread your fingers out good and wide, and we'll tuck your toes straight away from the beginning. Okay, go ahead and take your right arm forward and kick your left leg straight back behind you. Okay, and then I want you to take your right hand to the front of your rib cage. Okay, press your ribs into your body, and then see if you can feel that subtle rounding through the upper back. Try and keep this connection to ribs in, and you're long through your spine, then reach your right arm out again. So it's just a little different, right? We're strong in the core. Good, now take a big breath in here. And then tabletop, come back through center. Okay, switch sides, left arm forward, right leg kicks back. And then take your left hand to the front of your rib cage again, right? Just like that new awareness right here. Okay, core strong. See if you can keep this connection, ribs pulling in, tailbone back. And then take your left arm straight forward once again. Okay, long breath together. And then tabletop to come back through center. Look up towards the ceiling, cow pose, big breath in, curve your low back. And then round your spine, exhale all your air. Okay, look forward, big breath in. And then keep your toes tucked, hover your knees above the mat, maybe like 3 or 4 inches. So right away, we're bracing good and strong through your center once again. Okay, mindfully set your knees back down. A little more fluid now. So right arm forward, left leg back, full breath in. Okay, tabletop to your exhale. And left arm forward, right leg kicks back, big breath in. And then come back through center. Cow pose, big breath in, look up, chin up. And then round in and dome your upper back. You look forward and then hover your knees above the mat. And then see if you can lean back a little bit more. So your shoulders are behind your wrist. Okay, and now push, push, push a lot through your palms. Okay, see if you can lift your knees up a little bit higher. Look forward, big breath. And then step up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift with your spine, so long and strong from your hips to your head. And fold into your legs and exhale. And come up to stand tall, reach out high, big breath in. And forward fold, big breath out, let it go. And halfway lift, full inhale. And then plant your hands, step back to plank position, feet are hip width apart. That's it. And then look forward, go right to your tiptoes. Knees are up or down, slow lower to your chest. Okay, point your toes back, wake your legs up, lift your head and chest for cobra, full breath in. And then through your knees, downward dog, big breath out, hips high. Okay, and then take a few moments here, right? Little sway side to side, a little bit of a bend to either knee. Okay, so whichever sort of wording kind of speaks to you, whether it's intuition, whether it's your gut instinct, whether it's what you know to be right or wrong or how you can navigate, let's just see if we can again tap into what that is for you. Okay, you know when you come up against someone that kind of just rubs you the wrong way and you're like, oh, I'm sure they're a nice person, but you can listen to that, right? You can listen to it in the sense that you just get a little something off. Or if there's something in your life right now that you're like, hey, I really want to shift this and I just don't know how, see if we can get a little closer to what that might be today. Okay, and then come to full stillness. Okay, eyes between your feet. And come forward to a high plank once again, full breath in. Stay here for your exhale. Okay, and then try and take 2 monster steps forward, top of the mat. Forward fold, head heavy over your legs. Okay, halfway lift, breathe in. And fold and let it go. You can come to stand tall, reach up high, full breath in. You can lean back a bit here too if you like. And then fold into your legs, let it go. Okay, halfway lift, breathe in. One smooth motion, we land on your belly, feet go back as you lower down. Cobra, head and chest lift, breathe in. Through your knees, downward dog, exhale. Okay, full breath here. And then full breath out. Okay, go ahead, lift your right leg up and back, breathe in. Okay, step your right foot through for crescent lunge. Back leg straight and strong, and then your arms go high, breathe in. Okay, straight away, hands go to the mat, right leg lifts again, 3-legged dog, full breath. And then right foot steps through. Okay, we're gonna keep this on repeat for about 20 more seconds. So as you plant your hands, I want you to power your right leg up and back, and then go ahead and step through. Okay, keep it going just like that. Breathe in to reach like way high, and then really plant your hands shoulder width so you can get that good, strong pressure of your palms to go up and back. Really nice, you guys. One more time, just like this. That's it. Okay, and then go ahead and switch sides. Once you finish that last one, left leg goes up and back. And then easy step it through. Okay, arms go high. Now you go your depth of breath, right? This is one of my favorite things about Fuzion, is really trying to tap into your depth of breathing, okay? Not my words, okay? So if you need an extra breath anywhere, please take it. Just going good and gentle with your body right here on this beautiful Monday. Oh yeah. And try to go right to the bottom too, like right to the bottom of your breath. And then everybody, one more time, hands plant, left leg lifts. And then step it through, arms go high, breathe in. Okay, high plank to low push up, lower halfway, chaturanga. Upward dog, breathe in. And downward dog, breathe out. Full breath in. And full breath out. Okay, step your right foot through. pivot your left heel down so it's parallel to the back of your mat. And then take your right hand to the front of your right ankle and lift your left arm up. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. Keep breathing here and then see if you can look up towards your left fingertips. That's it. Take a deep breath in. And then left hand goes to the mat. Lift your left heel up and then reach your right arm high. Twist the other way. Okay, hold here. Back leg straight and strong. And then right hand goes down, step back, down dog. Left foot steps through. Okay, left hand to the front of your left ankle, right heel pivots down, and your right arm goes high. Okay, keep looking up towards your right fingertips and then breathe deep here, right? Just getting connected to what it is that you feel, especially if that's like quite a lot of tension or just even some stiffness. Okay, take your right hand down to the floor, right heel pops up, and then left arm goes high. Yeah, that's it. I tell you what, you guys, I jumped in the lake yesterday. You need like a little shake up of life or feelings in your body, just go jump in the lake. Like, I think that might have been the earliest that I've ever jumped in the lake, and I've lived here my entire life. Like, literally, I was born here, so yeah. Any of you that are scared of cold water, just go do it. It's actually really quite refreshing. Okay, let's go to plank position. Take a big breath in, low push-up, chaturanga. Okay, remember you can modify that whenever you like, okay? Down dog, big breath, out. Okay, breathe in, and big breath out. All right, we're gonna go to that hover tabletop. You can step or hop there from plank position. So we hold good and strong here, big breath in, and then feet to the top of your mat, hop or step. Okay, half lift, breathe in, and then hop or step back, that hover tabletop. High plank, and then we go again. Hop or step forward, middle of the mat, and then top of the mat. Hover tabletop, high plank. And then one more time, all the way forward and back. Okay, right to the middle, top of the mat. That's it, you guys got it. Middle of the mat. And then high plank, low push up, chaturanga flow. Up dog, breathe in. And down dog, breathe out. Okay, full breath together. And full breath out. Okay, last little combo here before we go to the weight. So right foot steps forward. And then you're gonna lift your left leg for standing splits. Okay, hips are level as best you can. Hands are somewhere on the floor, maybe on a water bottle. If you have blocks, that's great. Okay, take your left knee to your right calf. And then I want you to bend deep into your right knee, and this is Shiva squat. Okay, lift your left leg, standing splits, big breath in. And then same thing, Shiva squat, exhale, we get low. Up and back, breathe in. And then Shiva squat, so you can sit your right hip back and down even more. 2 more times, we got it, breathe in. Left knee, right calf. Inhale, up and back. And then left knee, right calf. Okay, left foot steps to the back of your mat. Hop or step, switch your feet, left foot forward. Ooh, yeah. Now you lift your right leg up and back. Standing split. Okay, take a long breath here. Right knee, left calf, Shiva squat, hold down, get low. Really good, standing splits, breathe in. And right knee, left calf, so even sit your left butt cheek more back. Okay, straight legs, here we go, standing splits. And then Shiva squat, lean into your left heel. 2 more times, here we go, breathe in. And then exhale a little bit lower, here you are. Up and back, breathe in. And then exhale, lean into your left hip, your left heel. Hold here, Shiva squat. And then right foot steps to the back of your mat. Okay, now you can either hop or step. You go switches, okay? So left foot forward, right foot forward. And we have about 20 seconds here to hop switch. Okay, you guys go. This is how we're trying to spark our heart rate a bit, okay? Before we go to the weights. That's it. Okay, you guys got it. Remember, you can step anytime you need, okay? Little taps, that's great. Nice, last 3, 2, 1. Go to high plank, monster breath in, low push up, breathe out. Back bend, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Okay, full breath here. And big breath out. All right, take your knees to your mat. Gonna come down onto your right side. Okay, so lay down on your right side. We're switching status quo up a little bit here. Okay, so bring your knees out in front of you at about 90-ish degrees. Okay, so a little out in front. Okay, good job so far, you guys, really good. You're gonna lift your left leg, and then you're gonna kick your left leg straight out. Yeah, good. Now keep your leg straight, slow lower your leg all the way to the floor, and then you lift your leg, and then you're gonna bend your knee and go right back down the same way you started, okay? Lift your leg, your knees bent, straighten, slow lower, lift it up, bend your knee, bring it in. Okay, we got a minute here, and then I'm gonna go a minute the other side, and then we'll go to the weights. I think I may have fibbed to you guys. Said before we go to the weights. I want you guys to get your glutes turned on, just like a light switch, before we go to any of the weight stuff today, okay? So just know that there's a method to the madness. If you're like, what's happening here? Tell you what, got your back? Awesome. Okay, really good job, you guys. Just over 10 seconds. Ooh, boy. Really looking for that sharp burn on the outside of your left hip. Yes. Hiya. And then everybody, just one more time. You go. One more. Hiya. Good. Amazing. All right. Easy, easy. Let's go over to the other side. Good job, you guys. Knees out in front of you. And then you're going to lift your leg, kick it straight, slow, lower, down, and then lift up. Okay, if your tendency is to go fast, okay, I want you to really slow it down. And then if you're usually like a little bit like you do go slower with things, you might try to pick it up a little bit. So we all have kind of like this little pull inside of us of like what we're used to. Right? Either going a little bit slower, a little bit faster. Sometimes Grant can be really rammy around the house, you know, just like throwing things around. And I can also be that way. And so we always kind of like remind ourselves anytime that we're like just being a little extra rammy, we're like, ooh, okay, settle down there. It's the best. But really, like, we all have kind of like one way of doing things, right? And that can really that can show up in a lot of places. Okay, keep breathing here. Ooh, yeah. Is it getting good? I hope so. Really mindful, you guys over there. I like that. Nice work. And then everybody, one more time. Hiya. Coming up. And then back down. Oh, so good. Okay. Now we're coming up. I need you to grab your weights, and we're coming all the way to stand tall. Ooh, you might like a little forward fold and a wiggle. That might be good. All right. So you're going to take your feet about mat width-ish apart. Toes will turn out. Okay. You're going to sit back into a squat. Big breath in here. And then as you exhale, we're going to go curl. Okay. The next time you come down, I want you to only lower your weights halfway. So you're holding a static bicep curl. Sit your hips low, and then you go straight up into a press. Okay, we'll start again. Weights come down, and then you come up, full curl. Okay, weights only halfway down, sit low, and then big press up. Okay, really good. Keep that going on repeat. Hips back, full curl. You can say it to yourself too if you need. Half curl, back, and then big power to the top. Okay, you keep it rolling. Hips back, full curl. Weight's only halfway down, and then power to the top. Okay, keep it going. We got about 20 seconds with this one. Just over that. Yes. Amazing. Trishy and Katie, are you guys in your new place? I feel like you guys are. And you're outside, which I'm feeling very happy about. Good. Okay, awesome. And then Kara, take your feet a little wider apart, honey. Yeah. Least shoulder width. That's it. Really good job, you guys. You got her. And then one more time with whatever you're working with, all the way to the top or all the way with your curl. And then we're gonna fold it forward. Place your weights down just outside shoulder width. And then your hands go shoulder width, and you're gonna step or hop to plank. Okay? Now bring your left hand right underneath your nose, underneath your face. Okay, and you're gonna take your right weight and we're gonna row for 4, okay? So we go right elbow up, shoulder blade towards the spine for 4. Good, and then you're gonna switch left hand, okay, for 4. Hips stay level. And then you're gonna switch again and you go for 8 on each side, okay? Keep breathing. Remember, knees can go down for modification. And that's perfect. And this can be a way that you practice listening to your intuition. Is it like, oh God, I just really need my knees because I'm trying to work on the strength of my core? Or is it just like, oh, I just don't want to do that? And there's a very fine line, right? Okay, good. And then you're gonna go back and you're gonna do another set of 4 on your right side, okay? Good job, you guys, we got it. Keep pushing down with your hand that's on the mat. Okay. And then 4 on the left side, and then you're gonna hop forward and come up to stand with your weights. Okay. You're gonna take your feet out nice and wide this time. Those of you that are finishing your rows, that's perfect. Feet goes out wide, feet out wide, and then you're gonna do the same thing that we did the last time. So knees go wide towards your toes, right? Hips back, and then come all the way up, curl, yeah. Only halfway down, go back, 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 and then you go big power up to the top. Yeah, good, you guys got it. Hips back. The only thing that's different is the wide squat. Yes, that was my excited voice. Did you guys hear it? Just the wide squat. Yes. Oh yeah. That's it. And if you forget what you're doing, like I just did, no problem. It's okay. You just start again. Wherever you're at, no worries. Pressure through your heels a lot, you guys. We got 15 seconds with this one. Lift your toes, so let them be light. That allows you to really get your butt back and to feel your glutes working, okay? Nice. Okay, and then one more time, whichever one you're working with. One more time. And then same thing, you're gonna fold forward, put your weights down, outer shoulder width apart, so wider. Hands down, plank position. Now we're gonna start with the left, okay? We go 8 on your left side with the row, okay? Remember, knees can go down, no problem. Just see what you're working with on what you wanna make happen this week, okay? Or you may be spreading some energy out with other workouts that you're doing, other work that you're doing. Okay, good. And just know that you can make decisions right from there. Okay, and then go back to left and we go for 4. And then you're right for 4. Really good. And then we're gonna finish this out. We got 8 on our left side, 8 on our right side. You guys are doing great, okay? Stay with this. Feel your shoulder blade pull towards your spine. Breathing steady. Everybody, hips level. Take a peek if you need to. Then we go to downward dog when you're finished your 8 on both sides. Hands go shoulder width, and you check in with that alignment, heels sink low. A little side to side sway with your hips if you like. Okay, from downward dog, everybody take a giant breath in and a full breath out. All right, high plank position, big breath in. Low push up, chaturanga. Upward dog, breathe in, roll your shoulders back. Downward dog, exhale. Okay, walk your feet up, top of your mat. A little bend to your knees. I want you to grab your weights, and we're gonna come to stand tall to start. Okay, so I want you to use your ears as best you can and your eyeballs if you need to come up to the screen to check this one out, okay? So your right foot steps back into a long, long lunge, okay? You go into a full press, weights go overhead. Now, my left foot steps back into a side lunge, and I take my weights on either side of my left knee. Yep, my right leg is straight. Okay, good. Now you come up to the top and you're gonna go an extension. So weights go overhead and you go for 2. 1, 2. Okay, from here, right foot steps back, push on your left heel, press straight overhead. Then you step your left foot back, side lunge, weights go to either side of left knee, and then you come up to the top, 2 extensions. Yeah, got it? Okay, keep this going. Right foot back, press it up. Step back, side lunge. Come up, 2 extensions. 1, 2. Yeah, so good. Here we go. Take your time. Take your time. There is no rush. That's it. So if you guys notice, we're working your left leg, yeah? If you also noticed, we did your left side glutes first. And that's awesome. Always good to switch it up. One more of each on this side, okay? So your straight back lunge to your press, side lunge to your 2 extensions. And then we're gonna go straight to the other side, you guys. Okay, listen close, 1 switch. You're gonna step your left foot back, big lunge, and then just the curl, come on, just the curl, perfect. Right foot steps back, side lunge, and then you come up, 2 extensions, 1, 2. Left foot steps straight back. You're pushing on your right heel, come up and curl. Yeah, you guys got it. Right foot back, side lunge. Come up, extension. 2 times. 2. Left foot back. Ooh, boy. Good. Balancing is awesome. That's it. Really good job. Coming up. Extensions. Everybody still here? Yeah? You guys are looking like it. Amazing. And try and get your heel as the heaviest point on both lunges, okay? So when your left foot goes back, your right heel is heavy. And then when your right foot goes back, side lunge, heel is heavy. Good. One more of each. Here you go. Side lunge. You guys are rocking. Coming up. 2 extensions. 2 easy fold forward. And mindfully put your weights off to the side. Halfway lift, big breath in. High plank to low push up, and an option to step to down dog if you don't want to flow. Back bend, breathe in. And down dog, breathe out. Full breath here. And full breath out. Breathe in. Open mouth, sigh, let it go. One more time, breathe in. Even longer breath out, let it go. Okay, look forward. Hop or step forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift, you breathe in. And then breathe out to fold forward. Okay, grab your weights. Come all the way up to stand. Okay, take your feet hip width apart. Hinge forward halfway down. And then you're gonna go for 5 rows. So your elbows go back, shoulder blades together. Okay, so count your 5. Good, and then we're gonna come to stand, lift your right knee up and through. Take your right leg behind you. We're going to that standing splits or toppling tree shape. And then while we're here, right knee, left calf, Shiva squat. Okay, sit low into your left heel. Awesome, come up and back, right leg strong. Come to stand tall, right knee finishes out and through in front of you. Okay, right foot steps down. Left leg goes back behind you. Standing splits. And then go to Shiva squat. Standing splits. And then you come all the way up through center. Left foot steps down. Go back to your halfway hinge down. 5 rows. 1, 2. Yeah, you guys got it. 3, 4, 5. And then we're rocking that again. Right knee up and through. Smooth moves on this one, you guys. Right leg goes back. Shiva squat. Right leg up and back. And then finish out in front of you with your knee. Step it down. Left knee out. Left leg back. Shiva squat. Left leg back. And then all the way up and through. One more time. Here you go. Halfway hinge down. 5, 4. Shoulder blades together. 3, 2, 1. Right knee up. Right leg back. Right hip down too, okay? Shiva squat. Standing splits. Coming up. Nice and slow-mo. Left knee up. Left leg back. Shiva squat. Left leg up. Come all the way through center. Knee high. Step it down and fold forward. Halfway lift. Breathe in. And then step back to plank position and just pause here. Now we're gonna go for a little core set. So right hand touches left shoulder, left hand touches right shoulder, and you're gonna alternate side to side for little shoulder taps. Good, we got about 10 seconds with this one now. Yeah, that's it. Amazing, good job, you guys, you got it. Ooh, baby, for 3, 2, 1, downward dog, hips are high. Ooh, yes. And then go ahead and take your knees down like you were gonna go to child's pose. Keep your toes tucked and hips back towards your heels. So it's child's pose shape, just with your elbows lifted and your toes tucked, okay? Now look forward and just see what's ahead of your mat. If you need to move anything out of the way, just move it out of the way, okay? Now you're gonna do your best to keep your thumbs as spread away from your pointer fingers as you can, okay? Come forward, okay? Keep your knees where they're at. Chaturanga push up. Elbows go back alongside your body, and then you lower, okay? Hips back towards your heels, come forward. Chaturanga push up, okay? Now I want you to be really clear here of where your shoulders are in space, okay? Sometimes our shoulders kind of do a little wonky thing, okay? I want you to pin your shoulders back, work your elbows as close to your sides as you can, not pinching, like let your torso clear your elbows, but we're really working into your chest and your triceps here, okay? Chin in, try to stay long through your spine. Core strong as well, here we are. Here we go for 2. 1 more. Oh yeah. And then child's pose for real. Take your arms behind you. Forehead can come down to the mat. Oh yeah, just take a little hot moment right there. Let your forehead really come down on the mat. Let your shoulders chill. And take a big breath here. Take one more big inhale. Give yourself some space to just be like right here, exactly as you are. And then slowly roll yourself up through to seated. You're gonna reach for your weights. And then we're gonna come all the way up into a tall kneeling position. So your hips pull forward right over top of your knees. And then before we go anywhere, I want you to pull your hips forward. So you squeeze your buns, and then chest up, but then ribs in. Okay, so you know how in tabletop, right before we started, we put our hands on our ribs? That's what I want you guys to feel here. So ribs in, your core is strong, and then go ahead, weights overhead. Little challenge for you, if you guys have more than one weight, which I think most of you do, you're gonna keep your weights separated, reach them back, reach them up. Reach them back, tricep extension, and then reach them up. Yep, you guys got her. And try to keep them separated, and they might be a little bit wobbly, and that's okay. Yes. Reach, 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 and squeeze your butt. Don't forget about your butt. Squeeze it. See if you can reach them further back behind you now. Weights further back, and then reach high. Oh, yeah. Really good job, you guys. You got it. Huh. Spicy? Maybe? Slow it down. Remember, if you're a fast one, slow it down. If you're a slow one, pick it up. And that doesn't mean any other way other than the way that you're doing it, okay? Last three. Here we go. 2 and 1. Oh, yeah. So good. Now, here is the best part, I think. We're coming up to stand. And we're going to do a set of split lunges, okay? So your right foot's going straight back. I just about set my left foot back, but I was like, no, we're doing our left side first. Sometimes it's just habitual, you know? You just always go with the right side. So hips are level, tailbone down a bit, and I want you to come right down to the floor. See if you can tap your right knee down. Unless you're working with any range things, okay? You might not tap all the way down. So we're counting 12 here. Everybody count your 12. Okay, good. And try and get your knee right to the floor. Ooh, there's some like good stuff down there in that bottom like centimeter. Okay. And if you're by yourself, okay, I want you to watch your knee and do this in a way that's like, okay, this is self-integrity right here. Am I tapping my knee because I can? Or am I not doing it because I just don't want to? Awesome. Left hip back, you guys. Right hip a little forward. Whew. Nice. Okay, very good. And then we're going to go right into the other side. Okay? See? Now you guys might be like, oh yeah, Roz, this is the best part. Okay. Knee goes to the floor. And then you come up. 12. 1, 2. Push on your front heel as best you can. Big breath out to the top, you guys. Really big one. You might be breathing out your mouth. Just see if you can still stay mindful with your breath. Awesome. Once you're finished, forward fold, place your weights down. Take your halfway lift and breathe in. Forward fold to your exhale. A little sway side to side. Okay, and then lift your spine up halfway once again. We're gonna hopper step to that hover tabletop. Hand split. Okay, look forward and then listen close. There's an option for chaturanga hop. High plank, low push up. Back bend, breathe in. And down dog, big breath out. Full breath here. Full breath out. And then take your knees to the mat. Roll it over onto your back. Oh, yes. Very good. Give yourself a good hug. Knees to your chest. And then just close your eyes for a moment. I want you to hold your knees in towards you. And is there anything right here that's popped up that's really present for you personally, whether you're in a room with somebody else or you are by yourself? Just see if you can go right into the middle of your body with your attention. And is there anything that's here for you to be reminded of? Because it's often once we've shaken up the snow globe that we get to come to stillness, and then there's something perhaps new that comes through once the dust or snow has settled. And just take a couple breaths here. And if nothing, comes out, or if you're wondering what that might be like, just stay with your breath and see if you can quiet the mind a little bit more right here. Take a big breath in and a long sigh out. All right, bring your legs up to 90 degrees and bring your hands behind your head. All right. Now, from this point, you're gonna go left leg straight up towards the ceiling, and then your right knee is still bent, okay? Take a big breath in at the bottom. You're gonna twist to the left and kick your right leg straight out. Bring your right knee back in, head goes back to center, and then same thing, twist to the left, kick your right leg straight out. Head and shoulders will lift off the mat as you kick out. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, if you want to add your left leg into it, you go both knees bent, breathe in, left leg straight up, right leg out as you twist all at once. Okay, hover tabletop through center, and then right leg out, left leg high. Then keep it going this way, whichever version you're in. Whether you keep your left leg up or not, just whatever you're at, wherever you're at, you breathe. Last 3, last 2, last 1. Straight away, we'll switch sides. Let's start with right leg up. Left leg kicks out, you twist to the right. Left leg center, exhale, twist. And then if you want to add in your right leg, go back to that tabletop, and then right leg high, left leg out. Breathe out to twist. And try and match up your legs to the twist. Make it happen all at once. Breathe out completely. Nice, you guys are doing great. Stay with it. Last 3, 2, and 1. And then both legs straight up, right hand towards your left baby toe, left hand towards your right baby toe. So these little taps across to the opposite foot. You could even take your feet a little wider, make yourself reach a little further up. Try and keep your heels over your hips, not bringing your legs close towards you. That's it. Really good. Way to go. Stay with this. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. Last 4. Ooh, yeah. 3, 2, 1. And then reach your legs out at about 45 degrees. Arms go overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, bring it in. Reach for the bottoms of your feet. Big squeeze. Okay, reach out. Breathe in. Exhale, bring it in. Reach for the bottoms of your feet or the sides of your feet as you lift your head and chest. Inhale, get long and open. Exhale, bring it in. And when you come through center, I want you to pump your breath out of your body. You might even look at your belly button and try and press more breath out. Last 3. 2. And 1. All right, lay your head back, set your feet down, give your knees a little side to side. Ooh, yes. Very good. And one last little core exercise. We're gonna roll it over onto your belly. And it is for your back. Oh, yes. So you might like to just come up onto your elbows for a hot moment, lift your chin, lift your head. Oh, a little stretch on the front of your belly. Oh, that feels so good. Might even take a little sway with your head side to side if that feels okay. Okay. So we're gonna come down to chin to the mat, and then your elbows are gonna be in a W shape. So your elbows kind of hug the rib cage a bit, but hands go a little further out from away from the shoulders, okay? So chin to the mat, and then you're gonna lift your head, lift your chest, lift your arms in that W shape, but keep your chin tucked towards your throat, okay? Lower down, and then lift up. Lower, and lift, okay? And then watch, like your eyes and your chin might wanna lift, okay? But this is just extension in your cervical spine, like in your neck. We're really trying to maintain that length from your shoulders to the base of your skull, okay? So lots of space there, chin stays tucked in, even if it feels awkward. And then I want you to breathe in a way that just feels like, okay, I can breathe here. You might exhale to lift up, you might inhale to lift up. I just want you to do what feels natural. And I'll tell you what feels natural to you, that's part of your intuition, okay? So if you're just kind of scratching the surface and just sort of learning about yourself in that way, this can be a good looking. It's what feels natural for you and your body. Good, and then the next one, I want you to lift everything up, legs up, unless that doesn't feel solid for you in your low back. If you can keep the space through low back and lift your legs, keep them up. And then see if you can take your eyes a little forward, but you still keep the space from ears to shoulders. Okay, take your arms out in a T, thumbs up to the ceiling, feet up a little higher, hold here. Everybody strong, you guys got it. For 5, lift up, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then roll down. Take child's pose, knees wide, hips back to your heels. And crawl forward into cat pose. Tabletop, dome your upper back, tuck your chin in. This can be such a nice way to reverse that back extension shape that we were in. Tuck your tailbone down just towards the backs of your knees. Chin in a little closer towards your sternum. Okay, and then take your hands a little bit more forward and step your right foot through for low lunge. I like my hands on the inside of my right foot, but if you have another placement, feel free. And then see if you can draw your tailbone down slightly. So down towards the mat. You might feel more of the hip flexor stretch on the left here. Ooh, we went back to right side first. That's okay. We'll get through them both. Okay, and then start to shift your hips back. Work your right leg towards straight and flex your toes towards you. Okay. And just by flexing your foot, that can really wake up the whole backside of your right leg here. So just take your time with what you got going on. Okay, and then take both your hands down, sweep your right leg around once again beside your left, and left foot steps forward for low lunge. Okay, get yourself situated in a way that feels good for you to stretch out your hips. And remember that little trick by tucking your tailbone down towards the mat, you might really wake up the hip flexor on the right side. And if you're doing a lot more sitting than normal, okay, like even if you're, you know, in and out of work and all of those things, and you're still standing up, if you're doing more sitting than you have been, make sure that you're paying attention to hip flexors, because this is literally the opposite, right? When we stretch out the hip flexor, this is the opposite of when we're seated. So just paying attention there. And remember, I can help out with anything too if you guys ever have any questions about anything like that. Okay, and then start to shift your hips straight back. Left leg comes to straight or straight-ish, and pull your left toes back towards you. Yeah. And then by pushing the ball of your foot more forward, so that's just behind your big toe, pushing the ball of your foot forward and peeling the outer edge where your baby toe is, peeling that back can really wake up the outside of your leg as well. So just breathe deep. All right, take both your hands down, sweep your left knee around once again. Hands go super far forward and right knee comes behind your right wrist for pigeon. If you'd like a little spicy pigeon, you're gonna keep your left toes tucked under and lift your left kneecap off the floor. Okay, again, this gets into the hip flexor and towards the upper quadricep. So see if you can push your left heel back, but still keep your tailbone down if you're doing that option. And then if you would like to come to your elbows, feel free. Anytime you want to put your left knee down, you can do that. Take a few really good breaths here. If you could just give yourself these moments here before you go off into your day, just to really get connected to what this movement today gave you. If there was anything you learned about yourself or any different sort of perspective or new looking at what your intuition might be able to give you or guide you through with, you know, whatever it is that you are working with in your life. I feel like all of us have kind of like a special sauce of the circumstances that we're in right now. So just using those internal tools, like our heart and our gut, to make some decisions and know that when we're making it from a place from inside versus something or somebody outside of us, that we're on a better track, a better path, because it's from us. Okay, let's switch sides. Pass through down dog. Right foot back as your hips go high. You might really like to sink your right heel down here. And then left knee behind your left wrist for pigeon. And then you can just get yourself set in pigeon first. And then if you like that little spicy version, you're gonna tuck your right toes, lift your right knee off the floor, and keep pushing your right heel back. That's your option. If you have your right knee down already, just keep working your toes straight back. on your right foot. If you like to come to your elbows, you can come on down. And take a big breath in. And a smooth breath out. And then plant your hands. And we'll all go to downward dog. Okay, step your left foot back. And again, you might really like to sink your left heel down and float your right foot. All right, come down to child's pose. I'm just going to take about a minute here in child's pose. And if you really want to come down to Shavasana, feel free to do that. In child's pose, just maybe your arms could be a little wider, hips back to your heels, any variation that really feels right for you here this morning. And can we maybe dedicate this pose, if you came down on your back or if you're in child's pose, like dedicate this to a solidifying of your mindset into your day. So just know, like, you're fully in the driver's seat. You get to choose right here and now how you want the rest of the day to go. And that you can sort of sit still and silent with lots of noise happening around you in your day. And that decision can be made right here and right now. And it doesn't need to be rigid, but it can be a clear choice. And take in a slow, sweet breath. And a long sigh out. And can you acknowledge your whole self right here? It's for showing up, for giving this energy, and know that that energy is like right back to you. You fill your cup and you take that out into whatever it is that you're going to do today. And just encourage you to keep this in the front of your mind, the front of your heart, and in your gut, that this intuitive place, when we get real quiet and still, we can have this in all places. Whenever we're making a decision, whenever we are perhaps going from one place to another, and like how we want our energy to be going there, how we go into our work. I literally have been working with, like, when I go to my computer, it's like with some energy and intention. So just whatever it is for you, can you remind yourself of it here? Namaste. Oh, I love you guys so much. So much. Yes. Can we take a little Monday photo? Those of you that would like to come and show your beautiful sweaty faces.